do. Let us talk about group 17. No,
सर आप कल भी लेक्चर लेने वाले हो?
क्या बेटा? कल
कल भी लेक्चर लेने वाला हो क्या?
कल प्लान तो नहीं है, क्यों?
ये सब पूछ।
एनी अदर क्लास?
नो सर।
Okay. Group 18 is easy. I've already prepared the group 18 notes. So group 17 is something which थोड़े से reactions है like interhalogens and all. वो थोड़ा सा समझना है, इसके लिए मैं एक बार लिख के बता दूंगा. Group 18 I'll brush up, okay? Let's see now group 17. In group 17, if you see the elements and their nature, right? What are elements we have? We have all fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, all of them being non-metals, while astatine is radioactive. The electronic configuration of this particular group is NS2NP5. Okay. And it is, because of its high electronegativity, it behaves more non-metallic in nature, non-metallic character, and non-metallic character, and decreases down the group. सारे के सारे non-metallic characteristics show करते हैं. Physically, if you observe F2 physical properties, if you see the physical properties, first you would see F2 being pale yellow. This is pale yellow gas, and Cl2 is greenish yellow color gas, and Br2 is red liquid. At room temperature it is liquid, and iodine is black solid. It is black solid when it is in the normal form. Now why suddenly this changes? क्योंकि कुछ gases है, कुछ liquids है, कुछ solid है, ऐसा क्यों है? Basically what happens with increase in size of atoms, right, of X2, physical state changes from gas to liquid to solid, due to London or dispersion forces. So London or dispersion forces are responsible for increasing the attraction down the group, and that's why we'll see iodine as black, solid state, while fluorine is in gaseous state. The other aspect we need to know is that I2 conducts electricity. I2 conducts electricity to small extent in solid and liquid states. And usually conductivity increases on increasing the temperature. Correct. If all of them are in gaseous phase, right, beta? In gaseous phase, if all of them are present in gaseous phase, then F2 is still the same color, that is pale yellow, while Cl2 we have already seen it as greenish yellow, while Br2 is reddish brown. reddish brown, and finally I2 is violet. Okay. This, close that, close that. Next, if you look at it, the color of, if you see the color of X2, the color of X2 is due to, you know, HOMO and LUMO transition happening. HOMO and LUMO transition of electrons by absorbing radiations. Okay. And usually as you go down the group, right, less energy is required. So because the gap required is less, so less lambda is absorbed, so we'll get more of violet color. What I meant to say, if you see fluorine, right, for fluorine it's HOMO orbital and LUMO orbital, the gap will be more, right? And if it comes to chlorine, the gap will be relatively small. For bromine, it will be even small. For iodine, it will be even less. So for electron to jump from, if an electron is here, to jump here, the lambda required is smaller, you know, which means you require more intense energy. While here, for an electron to jump from this orbit to this orbit, the lambda required is more. Lambda higher means energy is lower. अच्छा, लोअर एनर्जी अब्सॉर्ब करेगा तो कलर क्या मिलेगा? जो रिफ्लेक्टेड कलर रहेगा वो मोस्टली वॉयलेट जैसा रहेगा, क्योंकि यहाँ पर लैम्डा अब्सॉर्ब कर रहा है, विच मीन्स मोर इंटेंस कलर अब्सॉर्ब कर रहा है लाइक वॉयलेट, सो जो पेल कलर्स बाहर आएंगे. ओके, आई गेस यू अंडरस्टूड व्हाट आई मेंट टू से. क्लियर बेटा?
Yes, sir.
राइट, वेरी right. Yeah. Now, if you see the atomic size of them, let's see, the next characteristics we need to know is the atomic size. Atomic size wise, if you look at it, fluorine is smaller than chlorine, bromine, and iodine. And ionization wise, ionization energy wise, you will see fluorine is greater than chlorine, then bromine, then iodine. Okay. And then electron gain enthalpy. Gain enthalpy. Look at it. Chlorine will be more than fluorine, then bromine, then iodine. I think we all know that why this exception comes, because there is a small size for fluorine, because of which electron repulsions will take place. Correct. That's the reason for showing this abnormal behavior of electron gain enthalpy. Right. While if you see the melting point and boiling point, both of them would be much more for iodine, right, compared to bromine, then chlorine, bromine, then chlorine, then fluorine. Okay. If you see the bond dissociation enthalpies, this is a very interesting character, that is bond dissociation enthalpy. Right. Normally we expect कि fluorine ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, but it is chlorine greater than bromine greater than fluorine greater than iodine. And this also can be explained by the fact that F and F will have more electron repulsions, because of its small size. Hence, it is easy to break fluorine, right, as compared to chlorine. Okay, beta. Any doubt there?
Sir, if F and F have more electron repulsion, then It should be difficult to break, right?
No, but like this. If we have this lone pairs, three lone pairs are present, and the atom is very small. तो ये lone pairs आपस में repel करेंगे ना, so this bond becomes weaker, so easy to break. Okay, got
Yes.
it? Right. Next, let us see about the bond length. Bond length, if you see F2 is less than Cl2, less than Br2, less than I2. Okay, this is the bond length which you'll observe. Done, beta. And which makes sense, no? Down the group, if you go, what happens? Because the size is increasing, bond length will naturally increase, right? Now, if we see the bond, if you see the oxidizing power of all of them, right? If we compare all of them as oxidizing power, see oxidizing power के लिए हम लोग देखते हैं reduction potential किसका ज्यादा है. So oxidizing power, let me put down, is directly proportional to reduction potential. And reduction potential of fluorine is the highest. Hence we say fluorine is the most oxidizing compared to chlorine, compared to bromine, compared to iodine. This is how the oxidizing power will be. ठीक है. So oxidizing power in a sense आप समझ सकते हो ना कि फ्लोरीन किसी भी क्लोराइड को ऑक्सीडाइज कर सकता है, which means few reactions, if I put it, F2 plus Cl minus can easily become 2F minus plus Cl2 like this, or Br minus plus Cl2 can easily become 2Cl minus plus Br2. Got it? And if you see, even this is only for bromides like this. But अगर आपने ऐसे ले लिया KClO3 जहाँ पे oxidation state +5 है, in that case iodine will act like a better oxidizing, so it will become Cl2. मतलब iodine will undergo oxidation, where chlorine will become Cl2. ठीक है? Same with KBrO3 plus I2 will make it Br2 plus KiO3. So here I can say Cl2 oxidizing agent as an oxidizing agent is better than I2, better than ClO3 minus. Clear on that, guys? Right? Right. Okay. So oxidation, if you see the oxidation states, fluorine तो एक ही show करेगा, है ना? So oxidation states, the next point we should focus on is oxidation states. Oxidation states, if you look at it, so fluorine showcases only one oxidation state, that is -1, while chlorine shows, chlorine bromine iodine shows -1, +1, +3, +5 and +7. These are the oxidation states which it will show. And if you see, Cl and Br shows +4 and +6, okay, in their oxides only. सिर्फ ऑक्साइड्स में शो कर सकते हैं, like Cl2O, Cl2O6, correct, Br2O and BrO3. If you look at it, in these cases, Cl and Br shows +4 and +6 oxidation state in their oxides. Sorry, +4 है ना, ये O2, ClO2 and BrO2, and here it is ClO3. This one only in oxides they can show, not in terms of. So यही होता है जो Cl2O6 में exist करता है, ठीक है? It's the same thing whether you put it as ClO3 or Cl2O6, ठीक है? Now the higher oxidation state in bromine is less usually bromide does not show higher oxidation states. Higher oxidation state does not show higher, and it's rare. And it's rare to show that this is called and rare and known as, and we call it as middle row anomaly. Middle row anomaly. ओके आप इसको ज्यादा डिटेल में मत जाओ, सिर्फ इतना समझना कि मिडिल रो में यूजुअली ये इश्यू आता है. ओके ऐसे सोचो, देयर इज अ सडन एडिशन ऑफ 10 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स बिटवीन क्लोरीन एंड ब्रोमीन, है ना, बिकॉज you have suddenly added 10 electrons to that, so Z effective has drastically increased for bromine. इसी के लिए ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन्स पार्टिसिपेट करने नहीं देता है. ठीक है बेटा, so I guess you got an idea. Now see what are the reactions of group 17. First, with water, with H2O, how would they respond? F2 will respond with H2O to form HF and oxidizes water to give O2. And H2O can also give HF plus small amount of O3, depending upon how much amount of F2 we are using. Okay? And this is with respect to fluorine. If you see with respect to chlorine, chlorine plus H2O will undergo disproportionation to give HCl and HOCl. This is how it will undergo disproportionation. And HOCl on long standing, correct, loses oxygen. Okay, so we can say that HOCl will convert itself to HCl plus nascent oxygen, and these nascent oxygens, all of them will combine together to form O2. So eventually what do we get is HCl and O2 only. Okay, but here you can see I would say chlorine and H2O is releasing a nascent oxygen together, so that's why we call chlorine water. This is called chlorine water. Chlorine water behaves like okay, bleaching agent, and that's why we add chlorine to swimming pools, correct? So it will act like a bleach, removes all the colored forms, greasy forms, right, and make it colorless. Right. Br2 will also disproportionate, but it's a relatively slow reaction than bromine water. So bromine water will go relatively slower and becomes HBr plus HOBr. Okay, while iodine does not react directly with water to give this. Okay, it does not give anything of that sort. Correct. So this shows that if you check out the solubility of halides in water, right, fluorine definitely most soluble, then chlorine, then bromine, and then iodine. This is the solubility, right? Let us see the second reaction, that is reaction with NaOH. This is very important area, so I would want all of you to learn these reactions. Wherever I mark the stars, please learn it multiple times. Important for JEE. So here, if you look at F2 reacting with NaOH, whether it is cold or dilute solution, we will get NaF plus OF2 formation plus H2O. So oxygen is getting oxidized here. If you take concentrated, that is NaOH in concentrated or hot, right? Concentrated and hot, it is NaF plus O2 plus H2O. This is what you'll get. This is with fluorine. With rest of all of the halides will have similar reaction. NaOH, if you take cold and dilute, क्लोरीन ब्रोमीन आयोडीन जो भी हो वो सारे NaX बनेंगे और NaOX बनेंगे प्लस H2O. While if you treat that with NaOH, concentrated and hot, it will become NaX plus NaXO3 plus H2O. Oxidation states पे ध्यान देना. Here it is -1 +1. Halides are disproportionating to -1 +1. Here it is from -1 to +5. ये हमने recently भी पढ़ा है, याद है ना? मैंने क्वेश्चन भी कराए थे आपको.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. So it's the same thing. That's why I'm taking it once again. कि वो काफी frequent है, हर चैप्टर में आ जाता है. So learn it properly. Next. Other metals and non-metals, if you react, like boron, phosphorus, इन सब के साथ reaction करेंगे तो कैसे होगा? Third, reaction with other non-metals. So if you react with boron, so boron plus X2, whether it is any halide, it will become BX3. Phosphorus plus X2 generally becomes PX3. Correct? Phosphorus plus X2 in excess, if you take it in excess, it will become PX5, except iodine. So except iodine, all of them will become PF5. And on the other hand, if you take sulfur, so if you take sulfur and react with X2, that will become SF. Okay, it depends on the halide. So I'll go with fluorine first. Fluorine, it will become SF4. And if you take F2 excess, correct, it will become SF6. And sulfur plus Cl2, it will become S2Cl2. And if you have Cl2 excess, it will become SCl4. Similarly, S plus Br2, it will become S2Br2. With excess, it will become SBr4. That's typically what you'll get. With metals, how does they respond to metals? You see, reaction with metals. So fluorine will react with all metals to form fluorides. Okay. So if you see any metal, any of them with fluorine, they usually become metal fluorides. So that depends upon the valency factor of the metal. वो क्या बनेगा exactly, but all of them will form fluorides here. Next, if you see chlorine and bromine, you know, all of them will react with metals and slowly with the noble metals. So if you see Cl2 or Br2, they will also react with metals and forms respective metal chlorides or metal bromides, but slowly. Correct. Iodine also reacts, but it is unreactive with noble metals. Iodine reacts with metals, any, except noble metals. So what are noble metals, beta? Platinum, gold, okay, mercury, ये सारे noble metals हैं. So from them it will become MiX, and rest of them it won't react. Correct? Yeah. Done, beta. Right. Coming to hydrides now. There are few things about hydrides we must know. Hydrides. Hydrides, what we form is HF, HCl, HBr and HI. यही बनते हैं hydrides. इसमें से देखो first bond dissociation energy. Bond dissociation energy, HF will be more than HCl, more than HBr, more than HI. This is about bond dissociation energy. Next, acidic nature. Acidic nature exactly opposite. HCl will be less than HBr less than HI. And reducing nature, same problem here also, HF less than HCl, then HBr, then HI. Thermal stability opposite, HF thermally more stable because bond is much stronger in HF as compared to that of HI. Delta H vaporization. Okay. So HF will have more than HCl, so HBr and HI, क्योंकि अब ये मोलार मास पे डिपेंड करता है इसके बाद. So HBr and HCl. HCl is almost vapors only all the time. Melting point. If you see the melting point, HI has the highest melting point, then HF, then we have HBr, right? And then we have HCl. And finally, if you take boiling point, we have HF greater than HI, greater than HBr, greater than HCl. Boiling point makes sense because of the strong hydrogen bonding in the liquid solution. You will have that. Okay. Next, viscosity. If you see mu value, correct? So that, sorry, dipole moment. If you see HF will have more than HCl, then HBr, then HI. So this is dipole moment. Right. कोई भी क्वेश्चन आ सकता है बेटा इसमें से, आपको ये
सर वो लाइट नहीं था, बारिश चालू है इधर, अभी आया इसलिए वो बंद.
क्या हुआ बेटा?
सर
अभी
लाइट
join
नहीं
किया?
था, बारिश चालू है इधर बहुत हेवीली.
हाँ क्या? ओके ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है, देखो. So this is what we need to know about the general characteristics of hydrides. Okay, so इस पे थोड़ा ध्यान देना. And we'll do one thing. I'll put these terms here. Next, let us see about HF now. HF as a single molecule, if you identify preparation, how to let us see how to make the preparation. Mostly it is laboratorily, it is done as calcium fluoride with concentrated H2SO4 will make it HF vapors and calcium sulfate as the precipitate. This is a typical way of preparing. Okay. Properties wise, if you look at the properties here, HF is liquid. HF in liquid and solid state. Liquid and solid state has zigzag structure. Now, what is this zigzag structure? See, suppose if you have fluorine here, उसके बाद ये हाइड्रोजन बीच में रहेगा, फिर ये प्रॉपर बॉन्ड है, ये HF का बॉन्ड है, फिर फ्लोरीन रहेगा इधर, उसके बाद लोन पेयर्स है, फिर यहां से हाइड्रोजन, फिर बॉन्ड फ्लोरीन रहेगा इधर, करेक्ट, फिर यहां से हाइड्रोजन इसके साथ बॉन्डेड है नेक्स्ट फ्लोरीन के साथ, करेक्ट, फिर zigzag towards H here and then with F, and I hope you got an idea like this, right? So इस तरह से आपको स्ट्रक्चर बनेगा ये. This is the structure we can expect. So यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन पहले पूछा गया था, in the zigzag pattern where hydrogen is present, where fluorine is present. See, fluorine is present on corners, correct, and hydrogen is present at centers. वो ध्यान देना है, ठीक है. So usually 3 atoms in a row will be present like this. ये ऐसे एक रो में, एक लाइन में हमेशा 3 atoms रहते हैं. Okay. Done, beta. Now in vapor state, this is in solid or liquid state, right? In vapor state, we can say the monomeric form exists, monomeric HF form exists, as well as dimer form also exists, depending on simply temperatures. So थोड़ा low temperature रहेगा तो dimer form भी रहेगा. If it is further low, you will have cyclic hexameric form also. Hexameric form, so which is HF6. इस तरह के form भी exist करते हैं. Now fluorine, the other day we have learned that fluorine cannot be stored sorry, in glass containers. Cannot be stored in glass containers. Therefore, if you take HF plus SiO2, is going to give us SiF4 plus H2O, right? Which on further addition of HF excess will become H2SiF6. This is what you will get. And aqueous HF, and this has another unique property, beta. HF है ना, HF has a unique property, to form salts with fluoride. That is Kf plus HF. If you react both of them, it will form K plus and HF2 overall minus. इस तरह से बनता है. So ये ध्यान रखना, Kf plus HF will become K plus and HF2 minus. Got it? So I hope all of you understood that.
फ्लोरीन को
HBr,
किसमें स्टोर करते हैं सर?
क्या बेटा?
तो फ्लोरीन को किस कंटेनर में
Plastic,
स्टोर
कोई भी
करते हैं?
plastic
मतलब
bottle
ग्लास
में.
में कर.
No, plastic bottles. Any plastic bottle is fine. Okay. Not in glass. Okay, beta. Next. HF has, if you see, it is, because it is a strong hydrogen bonding, HF will act like a weak acid. So HF has more Ka in concentrated aqueous solution, which means if you take HF plus H2O, it will be existing as H3O plus F minus, है ना? तो ये क्या करेगा ना, कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड सॉल्यूशन में HF और F माइनस दोनों मिलकर HF2 माइनस की तरह दिखेंगे. सो HF2 माइनस जो रहेगा, दिस विल हैव मोर एसिडिक कैरेक्टर. सो इसके लिए अगर मैं दोनों को ऐड कर देता हूं, सो वी विल गेट an equilibrium constant similar to this as 2HF plus H2O will be in equilibrium with H3O plus HF2 minus. And here the Ka, अगर ये Ka1 value है और ये Ka2 value है, then I can say Ka2 value is greater than Ka1 value. Very important. Okay, this is important. Learn it. Like, in which case, how does the HF react in dilute solutions or aqueous concentrated solutions? ठीक है? Next. Done, beta. Next. HCl is also one of the important ingredients which we use. So I'll tell you about HCl. Second one, HCl. Preparation wise, it's a simple preparation here. That is NaCl plus concentrated H2SO4 at around 150 degrees centigrade will make it HCl plus NaHSO4. And this NaCl plus NaHSO4 would make it HCl plus Na2SO4. So this is around 550 degrees centigrade. If you see the properties of HCl here, so we will observe that HCl is colorless, pungent, colorless, pungent smelling gas. Colorless and pungent smelling gas. Correct. It gives white fumes with ammonia, because it forms ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride is a white fumes. Okay. It can dissolve platinum and gold. Normally platinum gold acid may dissolve nahi hota hai with concentrated HNO3. So if we take concentrated HNO3, we can dissolve it. So if we take 3 moles of HCl is to 1 mole of HNO3. If we take that, so we'll take 3 moles and 1 mole, then this will form aqua. This is called aqua regia. Aqua regia. Okay. Okay, beta. These are the properties of HCl which we need to know. Right. Next, let's see about the various oxides here. This group 17 has various oxides. In oxides of fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine, oxides of fluorine are only 2, OF2 and O2F2. Chlorine has a lot of list, Cl2, ClO2, and Cl2O7, sorry, Cl2O6, Cl2O7. Yeah. While we have Br2O, BrO2, and BrO3. Iodine has I2O5, I2O7. It will have I2O7, and it has 2 ionic iodides, ionic oxides, which are I4O9 and I2O4. These are ionic in form. मतलब ये कैसे होंगे पता है? I+3 and IO3 minus overall thrice, और I2O4 रहेगा IO plus IO3 minus, इस तरह से होगा, as plus. So these are, just put it as a list here as ionic oxides. Okay. These are the 2 types of oxides formed. The other exceptional oxide with bromine you will see is Br3O8. Br3O8. Okay. These are the less common. These
तो
are the
सेकंड वाला केस समझा नहीं,
oxides.
I2O4 का,
कौन सा बेटा?
I2O4 वो कैसे?
I2O4.
सर I4O4 का था, मतलब पता था एक I2O4 का
I4O9 ना, I4O9 नहीं है ये। I2O4 भी कैसे होगा, जैसे ये यहाँ पे आयोडाइड एक आयन है और ये IO3 माइनस एक आयन है, वैसे ही IO प्लस एक आयन बनेगा, IO3 माइनस एक आयन बनेगा। इन दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन मिला के I2O4 बनता है। ओके।
तो लेकिन IO प्लस से कुछ होता है क्या?
IO प्लस इज एन आयन बेटा, नॉट अ मॉलिक्यूल ना।
हाँ हाँ।
सो एज ए आयन इट एग्जिस्ट। ठीक है।
यस।
इसमें देखो, जो भी मैं मार्क करता हूं दोस आर ऑल पैरामैग्नेटिक। ऑब्वियसली दैट मेक सेंस, क्योंकि यहाँ पे एक अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन होता है, इनमें एक अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा हमेशा, सो दैट एग्जिस्ट एज पैरामैग्नेटिक। ठीक है। इवन दिस हैज वन पैरामैग्नेटिक कैरेक्टर, सो आई कैन से दैट द स्टार मार्क ones are paramagnetic because of the unpaired electron present on it. ठीक है। Clear everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you see the stability of all of these oxides, right? So if we compare the stability of these oxides, then the first would be iodine oxides, which are ionic. Because obviously ionic hai, so they will have more bonding between them. Then chloride oxides, and then bromine oxides. Okay. So this is how they would be. Chloride on iodide oxides are more stable than chloride oxides, then bromide oxides. Right. Now, generally, if you see the oxides of chloride, the oxides of chloride or chlorine, oxides of chlorine are not prepared by oxidation, not prepared by oxidation of chlorine, as delta G naught of the reaction for this is positive. मतलब ऐसे आप एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते हो दैट Cl2 plus O2 will become Cl2O या ClO2, ओके, और Cl2O5, ये सब नहीं बन सकते, right? This cannot happen directly on reaction with oxygen. We have to go for some other reaction by which we can get these oxides. Direct reaction नहीं हो सकता है, मे बी डिहाइड्रेशन कर सकते हो, एसिड बिना, एसिड को डिहाइड्रेट करो, ये मॉलिक्यूल मिल जाएगा. सो इस तरह से बन सकता है, बट डायरेक्टली रिएक्शन के साथ नहीं हो सकता है. क्लियर बेटा? हैव यू अंडरस्टूड व्हाट आई सेड? ओके. इसमें से हर एक ऑक्साइड का एक इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, वो हमको याद रखना है बस. ठीक है. सो हर एक ऑक्साइड का मैं एक एक पॉइंट लिखता हूं. देखो, फर्स्ट ClO2 का, सॉरी Cl2O का. Cl2O, इफ यू लुक एट इट, Cl2O plus H2O अगर आप ऐड करोगे ना, so this will become 2 moles of HOCl. मतलब this is an anhydride. This is an anhydride of hypochlorous acid. बस ये याद रखना है हमको. It is an anhydride of hypochlorous acid. Clear everybody? Right. Okay. Next. Another problem, a point in this is ClO2 is oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. It will act like an oxidizing agent. So usually, एक एग्जाम्पल की तरह बताऊं तो Cl2O plus NH3 फॉर एग्जाम्पल अमोनिया के साथ रिएक्ट किया तो अमोनिया ऑक्सीडाइज हो जाएगा और क्लोरीन रिड्यूस हो जाएगा और वाटर आ जाएगा इस तरह से. So this is how it will happen. Second point is about ClO2. ClO2, which is a yellow color gas, is a yellow color gas. Structurally, you will see C double bond O and यहाँ पर डॉट, और यही डॉट रेजोनेंस की तरह घूमते रहेगा यहाँ पर लोन पेयर साइज के साथ दो दो. So this side also will get dot, double bond O, lone pair and lone pair, or it can be in resonance with Cl dot, lone pair with double bond O and double bond O. These are the resonating structures. Okay. ये unlike Cl2 ClO3 ये डाइमराइज नहीं होगा, ये इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है इसका. ClO2 does not dimerize due to delocalization of odd electron. Due to delocalization of odd electron, it is found that it does not undergo dehydration. Next, देखो इन सब के एसिडिक कैरेक्टर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि ClO2 अगर हमने पानी में डाल दिया, so we will get this as HClO3 and HClO2 also, दोनों बनेंगे. तो ये क्या बन रहा है, एक क्लोरिक एसिड बन रहा है, एक क्लोरस एसिड बन रहा है ना. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज मिक्स्ड एनहाइड्राइड. These are all simple JEE questions beta. Which of the following are straight anhydrides or mixed anhydrides, or regular anhydrides and mixed anhydrides? तो आपको पता होना चाहिए. ठीक है, right. Next, the third one being Cl2O6. This is red color liquid solution. ये देखो, इसका क्या पता होना चाहिए हमको, that if you take Cl2O6 plus H2O, right, it will form HClO3 plus HClO4. तो अभी बताओ ये किस तरह का एनहाइड्रेट है? This is also a mixed anhydride. So it is not giving just one acid, it is giving both the acids. This is also a mixed anhydride. And finally, Cl2O7, okay, which is colorless liquid. Colorless liquid. So if you take Cl2O7, correct, and add it to water, so we will get this as 2 moles of HClO4. So this is simple anhydride or regular anhydride. Anhydride of HClO4. डन? ये क्लैरिटी रहना चाहिए हमको. इसमें से एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रिएक्शन है इसके अलावा, दैट इज Cl2O7 प्लस sorry, the preparation, that is HClO4 plus P4O10, because P4O10 is acting like a dehydrating agent. So if I take 2 moles, it will become Cl2O7 plus HPO3. This is the product form. Then structurally, if you look at it, Cl will have Cl double bond O, double bond O, double bond O, oxygen, where Cl double bond O, double bond O, and double bond O. This is the structure of Cl2O7. Just a minute. Hello. Yeah. This is all we need to know, and all of them will have different oxy acids here. So let's see what are the various oxo acids which we can have, and उन oxo acids के बीच में stability कैसा है ये आपको usually पूछा जाता है. The other reactions in here is about oxo acids. Well, chlorine, bromine, iodine, इन सब के oxo acids होते हैं. So out of which, if you look at it, only chlorine has the most important oxo acids. तो मैं सिर्फ chlorine के ही बताऊंगा. HOCl, HClO2, HClO3 and HClO4. Okay. पहले तो नाम याद हो जाने चाहिए सबके. This is hypochlorous acid. This is chlorous acid. This is chloric acid. This is perchloric acid. Okay. These are the names of the respective acids. Acidity wise, if you look at it, acidic strength wise, HOCl is greater than, HOBr is greater than HOI. अगर आप ये क्लोराइड, ब्रोमाइड और आयोडीन को कंपेयर किया तो इसका रीजन ये है कि अगर आप देखोगे तो H+ निकलने के बाद ऑक्सीजन के ऊपर नेगेटिव चार्ज आएगा, क्लोरीन विल बी प्रेजेंट. तो ये जो Cl है, O- है, वो क्लोरीन के एम्प्टी डी ऑर्बिटल में 2p 3p pi bond overlapping कर सकता है, which is better than O- with bromine, which will have 2p 4d overlapping which is better than O and I, which is 2p 5d overlapping. So that is the first case we must learn, how the acidic character changes in this case. Next, acidic strength. Acidic strength, if you look at HClO3, HBrO3 and HiO3, ठीक है. So यहाँ पर भी HClO3 better होता है. So again, if you look at the stability, the same logic is applied here. O minus Cl double bond O double bond O. So इसमें भी आप देखोगे तो 2p 3d overlapping है, which is better than O minus Br double bond O, which is 2p 4d overlapping, then better than iodine double bond O, which is 2p 5d overlapping. That's how the stability would be. And similar logic is identified for acidic strength of HClO4 better than HBrO4 better than HiO4. Okay. And if you see the acidic strength for HOCl, HOCl is weaker than HClO2, HClO3 and HClO4, correct? Here HClO4 has more resonating structures, more resonating structures. That's why HClO4 is more acidic than HOCl. If you see the thermal stability wise, HOCl is more stable than HClO2, more stable than HClO3, is more stable than HClO4. Correct? Thermal stability is because of the bond order. If you see between chlorine and oxygen, bond order is more here. That's why we will have more amount of strength here. Now, this is a very, very important part जो students गलती करते हैं when it comes to oxidizing nature. So, if it comes to oxidizing nature of this halides, then HOCl is better than HClO2, better than HClO3, better than HClO4. Okay. So this is very different than we expect HOCl. आप ऐसे सोचो कि HOCl oxidizing agent का मतलब क्या है? See, this although it has highest oxidation state +7 है, तो ये सबसे ज्यादा होना चाहिए ना? Correct? Oxidizing agent ये अच्छा होना चाहिए, correct? But unfortunately, it can only give H+, correct? But it does not want to take electrons because it is very stable because of resonance. Okay. So एक काफी stable resonating form बना देता है अपने आप को. So it does not want to become lower oxidation state as much as that of HClO, HOCl. ठीक है? And that is the reason why it happens. The special acid of all here, which we need to know, is HiO4, which is per iodic acid, or which we should call it as per iodic acid, which usually exist as HiO4 dot 2H2O. इस तरह से वो exist करता है. Okay. Next. Right. The last thing what we need to know here is about interhalogens. That is the last.
नॉर्मल स्टेट पे क्यों स्टेबल नहीं होता?
क्या बेटा?
वो नॉर्मली स्टेबल
हायर ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट जितना हो जाता है ना मेटल का, उतना ही उनका हाइड्रेटिंग पावर बढ़ जाता है. सो इट विल हैव मोर ऑफ हाइड्रेटिंग पावर. ओके. 1 minute. Next, let us see about interhalogens. Interhalogens. Interhalogens, ये लिस्ट है. ये वैसे तो लिस्ट आपको याद करना मुश्किल रहेगा, बट आई विल गिव यू द लिस्ट जस्ट टू मेक श्योर दैट आप एग्जाम के एक दिन पहले एक बार इस लिस्ट को देख लेना बेटा. एक्स एक्स डैश, एक्स एक्स थ्री डैश, एक्स एक्स फाइव डैश and x x7 dash. Okay, these are the compounds which are formed as interhalogens. Okay, so let us see what are interhalogens here. Cl and F. For Cl and F, if you look at it, this is a gaseous molecule. Next, Cl and F3, ClF3, this is also gas. ClF7, F5, and here IF7, ये fluoride के molecules है. This is also a gas. So fluoride के सारे gases हैं. Next, BRF, this is also a gas, and BRF3 liquid, BRF5 liquid. Correct. Next, if you see IF is gas and IF3 is liquid, IF5 is liquid, IF5 is liquid. Next, BRCl is gas, and ICl3, which exists like a dimer, is a solid, and ICl is a solid, and finally IBr is a solid as well. This is a complete list of the compounds. इसके थोड़े से colors, कौन से color important है वो मैं बताऊंगा end में. First let me write all the colors. This is colorless, 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 and colorless. Okay. Next, pale brown, yellow, colorless. This is unstable, so it is very difficult to define the color. Solid, colorless. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I have 3. Let me check one second. I forgot the color of this. F3 yellow powder. Yeah, yellow color powder. This is yellow color powder. Next, BRCl3. Sorry, BRCl. If you look at BRCl, it is red brown in color. I2Cl6 is orange solid. ICl is red color, and IBr is black color. Okay. So these are the compounds which are already given in NCERT. This is the same table given in NCERT with the structure, what colors they have, whether they are liquid or solid, ये सब mentioned है वहाँ पर. What you need to know out of this, I'll just stick that. See, learn first the color of IF7, that it is colorless. ये important है कि ये colorless है. Next, IF3, which is yellow color. I2Cl3, very, very important. That is an orange color solid. Direct questions will come from here. ICl, what is the color of that? And BRCl. बस ये colors थोड़े से important है. अब इसको थोड़ा सा
फिर
ध्यान.
मतलब वो जैसे एटॉमिक वेट बढ़ता है वो कलर डीप हो जाता है ना, वैसे इधर क्यों नहीं होता हर जगह?
क्या बेटा?
जैसे एटॉमिक वेट बढ़ाएंगे वैसे मतलब कलर डीप हो जाता है ना,
हाँ बेटा,
तो फिर इधर ऐसे
यहाँ
क्यों नहीं
पे
होता? मतलब
यहाँ
इधर
पे भी डिफरेंट डिफरेंट ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट्स है ना, उसके बेसिस पे होता है. दीज आर ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ चार्ज ट्रांसफर. यहाँ पे कलर्स जितने भी आ रहे हैं सब चार्ज ट्रांसफर की वजह से आ रहे
ओके
हैं. राइट. स्ट्रक्चरली व्हाट यू नीड टू नो, ये एनसीईआरटी में भी दिया हुआ है. स्ट्रक्चरली मैं आपको 2-3 स्ट्रक्चर बता दूंगा तो आपको आइडिया लग जाएगा कि कैसे चेक करना है स्ट्रक्चरली. See, if we have ClF3, ClF3 will have Cl, यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा बेंट और यहाँ पर F, तो इसको कहेंगे बेंट टी शेप. ठीक है, यहाँ पे एक लोन पेयर, यहाँ पर एक लोन पेयर, तो इसको कहेंगे हम लोग बेंट टी शेप. क्लियर? और वैसे आप BrF3 भी करोगे तो बेंट टी शेप आएगा. सपोज इफ यू हैव एन एंगल हियर इज अल्फा 1, ठीक है, सो इसमें एंगल अल्फा 1 है और BrF3 में एंगल अल्फा 2 है और BR सॉरी इन दोनों में अगर अल्फा 1 है, यहाँ पर BrF2 में अल्फा 2 है, सो वी कैन से अल्फा 1 इज ग्रेटर देन अल्फा 2. इफ यू कंपेयर ClF3 एंड BrF3, दोनों बेंट टी शेप वाले होते हैं. नेक्स्ट शेप इज BrF5. BrF5 is bromine. We will have fluorines here, one fluorine here, और एक लोन पेयर ऊपर रहेगा. So these are all fluorines. So एक octahedral जैसा structure जिसमें ऊपर लोन पेयर है. So that's why the shape will become square pyramidal. So shape will become square pyramidal. The hybridization is sp3d d2, and here hybridization is sp3d. ठीक.
सर sp3d होना चाहिए ना?
sp3d2 ना बेटा, ये ऑक्टाहेड्रल जैसा बन रहा है ना. sp3d2, ये ट्रायगोनल बाइपिरामिडल sp3d. करेक्ट. डन. लास्ट थिंग वी नीड टू नो इज हाइड्रोलिसिस. नहीं नहीं, और एक स्ट्रक्चर I2Cl6, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्ट्रक्चर एक्चुअली. I2Cl6, we will have iodine having this 4 bonds like this with chlorine at the center, फिर iodine and another 2 here, chlorine and chlorine, chlorine and chlorine, lone pair above, lone pair below, lone pair above and lone pair below. तो ये क्या बन रहा है? एक प्लेनर स्ट्रक्चर बन रहा है. So if you see the hybridization, this is sp3d2 and here also it is sp3d2 and the structure is square planar. That's why it is a planar molecule. So ये काफी important structure है कि ये planar molecule होता है. ठीक है. So the reaction wise, if you see the interhalogen reactions, right? Interhalogens main reactions are this X dash plus H2O. कोई भी ये वाला interhalogen देंगे तो हम लोग को मिलेगा HOX plus HX dash and XX3 dash plus H2O. So that will always become HXO2 plus HX dash and XX5 dash H2O. ये बन जाएगा HXO3 plus HX dash and finally XX7 dash plus H2O. So this will become HX04 plus HX dash. That's it.
सर IF7 का किस होगा?
यही है ना IF7. स्ट्रक्चर
नहीं
बता,
वो स्ट्रक्चर है हाँ
मैं लिख देता हूँ. ओके, IF7 will have this as iodine with 1 2 3 4 5, 1 above 1 below. So this appears like pentagonal bipyramidal. तो ऐसे होगा, देखो ये वाला एक पेंटागोनल, एक पेंटागन बन रहा है और ऊपर बाइपिरामिडल. ठीक है. सो फ्लोरीन 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 एंड फ्लोरीन. सो दिस इज pentagonal bipyramidal. The hybridization is sp3d3. क्लियर बेटा?
सो D3 किस मतलब वो नॉन ट्रांजिशन एलिमेंट्स तो मतलब 3D ऑर्बिटल दिखाते हैं.
sp3d3 रे, नंबर ऑफ बॉन्ड्स देखना कितने हो रहे हैं. 1
तो
2
नहीं मतलब नॉर्मली ऐसे
4
दिखाते
5
हैं.
6 7. किसने बोला? क्या पढ़ रहा है तू? sp3d3 दिखाता है ना, नॉर्मल हाइब्रिडाइजेशन है. तो sp3d2 कैसे दिखा रहा है ऑक्टाहेड्रल, वैसे sp3d3 दिखाएगा पेंटागोनल बाइपिरामिडल.
ओके
ठीक है.
मतलब IF7 की छोड़ के ऐसे कोई और D3 और दिखाई नहीं इसलिए पूछा.
मैक्सिमम sp3d3 ही दिखाएगा, d4 वाले कंपाउंड्स ही नहीं है. d4
सर.
कैसे होंगे ना, 8 बॉन्ड वाला कोई कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड किधर एग्जिस्ट करता है?
सर नहीं मैं बोल रहा हूँ मतलब वो sp3D3 D3 तो मतलब वो एक ही है क्या ये IF7?
हाँ एक ही है, बाकी नहीं शो
वो
कर.
कोई दिखा नहीं इसलिए पूछा. हाँ
ना ना, ओनली IF7. ठीक है.
ओके सर.
Correct. The last thing we need to know is about polyhalides. So just 2 lines of that, polyhalides. So if you look at the polyhalides, polyhalides का मतलब क्या है कि we have halogens reacted with its ions, so that will become something like I3 minus, and the same forms for Cl3 minus and Br3 minus, and not for F3 minus. F3 minus नहीं बनेगा. Okay, correct. And if you see the stability wise, then I3 minus is more stable than Br3 minus is more stable than Cl3 minus. Okay. Acha, molecular stability, if you look at it, molecular stability of these compounds, you can see CSI3 is more stable than Ki3 is more stable than NaI3, because bigger size makes it more stable. Okay. Done, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Right. That's all we need to know it from this group beta. Rest all is just the analysis जो हमने already पढ़ा हुआ है कि halides को कैसे check करते हैं, right? What is layer test, ये सारे हमने पहले learn किए हैं, right? Cation analysis, anion analysis, ये करना. Salt analysis हमने नहीं किया ना?
नहीं सर नहीं किया.
ठीक है.